In this video, I'm gonna give you a complete guide on how to make a DJ mix, shoot it with your cell phone, and post it on YouTube without it getting blocked. So go to any of these timestamps and let's begin. So let's first tackle making a mix which you can actually post on YouTube. What's the first step? Well, for a bunch of DJs, it could be a lot of different things. But what usually inspires me to make a mix is finding new music. And I usually find new music through YouTube, Soundcloud, and BPM Supreme. So I peruse their services, find the track, and check the suggested feed. And from there, I just follow the rabbit hole. And by doing that, I get to listen to a bunch of new songs. Now when it comes to downloading tracks, if I can't download or purchase a track, I usually just rip them. And I highly suggest to not do this because the audio quality you'll get from these rips are just terrible. So I would rather recommend instead to just use a DJ record pool that has libraries over libraries of high quality and high fidelity music. And the record pool that I personally recommend is BPM Supreme. So if you do choose to get your music from there, use coupon code DJ Carlo when you sign up on the website to get a huge discount. Anyway, once I download a bunch of new tracks, I sort them out and build a mix from there. Keep in mind that the more songs you download, the more potential ideas you can have to build a mix. So always download as much as you can when you're in a music discovery session. Now the key to starting a good mix for me is finding a really good song and basing your whole mix on that one song's theme, genre, and even key. You see, when making a mix, it's all about building upon good songs. So order your songs in a way that first gets the listener's attention, then follows a nice and steady pace following the theme of the mix, and ends preferably in a high note, making the listener want to listen to more. So one way I usually start my mixes is by using a vocal intro like this.
Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin.
And this.
What you gonna play now?
Bobby, I don't know. But whatsoever I play, it's got to be funky.
Yeah.
And if you want to download my personal collection of vocal intros for free and practically all my DJ edits for free, join my YouTube membership program. Now back to the mix. So it's totally up to you if you want to mix in key and mix in either ascending or descending BPM. I personally think that it's preferable to mix electronic music by key and top 40 music by ascending BPM. But it's your mix, so feel free to be creative and do what you want. So how do you upload your mix on YouTube without it getting blocked? Well, after downloading a bunch of tracks and narrowing down your selection, the first thing you should do before actually recording your mix is to check if the songs comprising your mix will get blocked, because one blocked song will ruin the whole mix. So the best way for me to check if my songs will get blocked in a mix is to first compile all the songs I plan to mix in one video, then to upload that video as an unmonetized unlisted video on YouTube, then to refresh my videos page and see if my video gets blocked. And if my test video does get blocked, verify which song got the mix blocked by clicking the video, then clicking visibility, then clicking view copyright claim details. YouTube will then show you which track is blocked. So if a track of yours does get blocked, replace that track with something else and repeat this whole process again till your mix passes. So now that you know my process of making a mix, downloading songs for it, and testing if it will work on YouTube, it's time now to actually record your mix and upload it on YouTube. So the goal of this section is to teach you guys how to make a mix like this. So here's what you're gonna need aside from your DJ equipment. Number 1, a camera. So for this example, we're going to use a smartphone. Number 2, a tripod with a phone mount and ball head mount. Now this one is a bit tricky because most people don't have this. So I've linked a $26 tripod that you can use instead that comes with everything you need. And if you're wondering what gear I'm using, that's also linked down below. Moving on to number 3, a computer with editing software. Now you can use any editing software you want, but for this example, I'm going to use Final Cut Pro. So the first thing you want to do is position your gear, then set up your tripod and phone. When doing this, make sure that your equipment and camera are completely parallel to each other. Next, go to your computer and start recording your mix and screen recording your screen. Since I use a MacBook, I prefer to use QuickTime Pro since it's already pre-installed. But if you use a Windows computer, I suggest to use OBS since it's free. So all you gotta do now is press record on your camera and start shooting. Once you're done shooting, import the footage, screen recording, and mix recording to your computer. And now let's begin to edit everything out. So the first thing I usually like to do is adjust my main footage and make sure that everything is centered. Next, I'll bring the audio recording to the bottom of the video and my screen recording on top of the video. Once they're there, I'll adjust the clips and make sure everything is in sync. Now let's move on to adjusting our screen recording. So what we want to do here is crop it. So since we'll be placing the visuals on top of the main video, we'll be cropping this section over here. Once that's cropped, we'll scale the screen recording to fit the video accordingly. And once that's done, all we gotta do now is look for the perfect take, cut the parts we don't need, and simply export the video, then upload it on YouTube.